Welcome, everybody, back to another special edition of the Don't Make It Weird podcast. We are the writing, storytelling, comedy podcast for the writing community, by the writing community, and as such, we are so excited to get to be part of another Lost Boys Press event because, guys, we've got an awesome cover reveal coming up. But before I get any further, I am joined, as always, by my excellent co-host, Dina, and the producer we don't deserve, Sean Holden. How's it going, guys?
It's so weird not to get an alliteration. What the hell?
I know, but listen, we saved those for the real episode. We can't, just, give it up every time, Dina. God.
All right, fine. I guess I'm just easy.
But you want to know what's not easy, Dina? You want to know who put in the real work? That's going to be our author this week. We've got Louise Willingham. She is a geographer and a writer whose interests range from forensics to plant care and most things in between. She published her debut novel, Not Quite Out, in 2021 and has been using the leftover promotional materials to raise money for the Abortion Support Network. Welcome to the cover reveal party, Lou. How's it going, buddy?
Hiya.
I love that applause. I don't know why.
So Lou, some people might not know, but you've got maybe like a relationship or something with Twitter personality Doe. Is that correct?
That is very true. Yeah.
Can I ask one question?
Mm-hmm.
What will it take to ever get him to look straight at the camera for a photo?
I've been trying to get him to do that for ages. The number of times I've laughed at him for doing that thing.
You can't find the camera lens.
He's found an angle that works.
He doesn't know where it is.
It's like the far-off magical unicorn look, It's his pose.
So, I mean,
It's a wistful look.
Yeah.
It's a wistful.
Oh, Lord.
So, I mean, do you have do you have your own look too? Do you have one where it's like your go-to pose for?
I don't know. I don't take anywhere near as many selfies as Dee does, so I'll have to get back to you.
Fair enough. Well, we are so excited because we are going to get to chat about your book, Marshmallows, coming out through Lost Boys Press. And I'm going to give a little brief blurb here and give the folks at home what they're in for, because Marshmallows is about Will, who came out to his friends. Dan walked away from Matthew for the last time. Although the first week of January has been intense, they're ready to relax together and focus on the next challenges. Will's second year medits and exams, Dan's attempt to quit smoking, and the uncertain future which awaits them in the summer. Summer is a long time away. For now, it's Christmas, and Will wants to spend Christmas with his boyfriend. And this is going to be able to be found on Amazon, Lost Boys Press bookstore, everywhere, man. How excited are you right now, Lou?
I'm so excited. It feels like this has been a long time coming, because a lot of this has been written for years. So it's exciting and weird for people to finally be able to get hold of it.
Yeah, because you have that kind of writer's thing where you're like, I have written things, lots of things. It's just not like, you're in that weird in between where it's like, I want you to read this, but please don't.
Oh, that's my whole life. Everything I've ever written is, I want you to read this, but don't.
Pretty much.
Dina, you know nothing about that, right, Dina?
No, not at all. I'm not scared and terrified out of my mind for anybody to read my work. It's so funny here.
The ultimate writer's conundrums. Well, before we're going to be teasing this cover reveal soon enough, and we're gonna give a little look here. And man, I'm excited for this. And listen, I haven't even gotten to see this yet, so I get to see this cold.
See, I've been working on the promotional materials for months now, and I just love looking at this cover. It's so cute.
Ooh.
This reveal is just for Daniel, by the way. Yes, that's why we're doing this.
Listen, everything is about me at all times. It's true.
Relax. Okay. I have my crown, but I don't want to go get it.
Oh, well, you are definitely queen. So we're going to ask you a couple questions before we get into the full reveal, and we're going to save our traditional Don't Make It Weird questions for when we hopefully can, convince you to come back on the show when the book is fully out. But we got some other ones here too. Dina, what do you got for us?
Lou, what made you decide to do a follow-up novella to Not Quite Out? And were there things that you wanted to sort of pursue or explore in Marshmallows that you felt like you didn't quite get to touch on in Not Quite Out?
Yeah. So I've written, I can't even tell you how much for these two. I just write constantly. So I had a lot of material that I'd written and I really wanted to share with people, but I wasn't quite sure how. A lot of it just didn't fit into the first book at all. That's got a really quite abrupt ending because it's such a slow burn. So a lot happens, but not a lot happens. Like we end Not Quite Out just as they're starting to relax. So I really wanted to spend some time where they're a little bit happier, a bit safer, sort of trying to get to know each other at a different level. And that's why this exists. I've referred to it forever as my fluff novella because that's what it is. It's just getting to spend some time with happy, fluffy emotions, with bits and bobs going wrong because that's life.
It's
but
that warm and cozy
it's a much
vibe.
safer story. Yeah, definitely. It's a winter book.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the folks at home, let's give a little reset that for anyone that might not know your first novella, Not Quite Out. Can you tell us a little bit kind of about it, about the premise, and just kind of how this whole story came about between these two?
Yeah. So Not Quite Out is, well, both of them are completely focused on Will's perspective, which I think is really important because he's quite obsessive. He is a sort of person where he just can't walk away from things. And that's how he meets Dan. He notices things are a little bit off. Something's happening here. And he sort of latches onto him in a very stereotypical hero complex kind of way. And I love that about him. Because he is relentless, we find out more and more about what's happening and happened in Dan's life until Will is like irrevocably tangled up in it all. And that's pretty much the story of Not Quite Out. It's them working out bits and bobs about each other, working out where they fit in each other's lives. And all the time, Will is having this huge bi crisis. He knows he's bi. He's very confident that at some point that's going to be in his life, but he's not really ready to announce it to anyone. And that's the book. It's learning about other people and trying to share yourself with someone else as well.
And it sounds like amazing books. I cannot wait for Marshmallows. This has been one of the first books that how early on in the signing process, Dina, for Lost Boys Press? This is one of the first ones you guys signed, right?
Yeah, one of the first ones. I think it was only no, actually it was the first one. Yeah, this is the first book that we signed.
Yeah, so this is you get to lead off Lost Boys Press expanding the author horizon, no pressure at all. So really you have a way of making your characters feel raw and real and entirely relatable. Did you draw on your own personal feelings or did you or experiences when you were writing them?
Short answer is yes. I tell people I'm not very imaginative. So most of the things I write are things that I have lived through. I've witnessed, I've been there. Sometimes it sort of feels like I'm writing a diary. And so there's a lot there, which is pretty much me just screaming into a book going, this is life sometimes, this is what happens, or I really wish this wouldn't happen, or I wish I could tell this to someone in particular. So yeah, it's all very personal.
That kind of like resonates, I guess, because you talked about so many heavy topics in Not Quite Out, and you do talk about them. People will see it in Marshmallows. You talk about coming out, abuse, abortion, addiction, things like that. And so were those topics things that you knew that you wanted to explore beforehand, or did they, like, you drew on personal experiences that then evolved into more deeper of an exploration of the topics?
Little bit of both. So I've sort of lost track now, but I think I was working on Not Quite Out for something like 7 years. On and off. I was just hanging out with these characters, putting them in different situations, getting to know them really well. And stories grew from that. There were some things which I started off thinking I wanted to cover, and then I thought, actually, no, that hasn't got a place in this story, or I'm not the one to tell that. So I changed things as I went. I have something like 15 different versions of Just Not Quite Out. So the same setting, the same characters, the same sort of moving parts, but I highlight or drop certain things as I go along. And a lot of that was just based on my own understandings. So if I felt like I could confidently and safely share something, I did. If I didn't feel like it was the right thing or the right time, then I dropped it.
I love that. And I think that type of, kind of human exploration, and even in this new book, I mean, man, there's so much like dark stuff going on in the world right now that a little bit of fluff and happy emotion is something that I think we can all relate to and get
Feel
excited
good.
about. Yeah. So,
Hopefully.
So what types of, going, because I'm sure you're not going to stay warm and fluffy forever with them as much as me, the golden retriever, loves that type of story. What type of stories are you working on now? Like, what would you like to write in the future? Can we expect more of Will and Dan, or are there some more characters that we're going to get to know and love?
Okay, so as much as I love writing Will and Dan, I feel like we've sort of reached their point now. I'm going to leave them at a happy place, let that be. I'll always be writing random things for them because they're sort of like my comfort characters. But actual new projects I'm working on are very different. I'm sort of stepping away from contemporary because I feel like I've said what I want to for this world now as we are. And so everything else I'm writing is a little bit weird.
Weird.
Well,
what
we
a
don't like weird
coincidence.
here. Yeah, well, that's so strange. What? So, guys, this book is already out for pre-sale now. It's going to be available on November 17th. And I'm telling you, this is going to be an awesome book. Lost Boys doesn't know how to do anything except release absolute bangers of stories. So, guys, do you think it's time? Can we reveal? Can we have the
Do you
big
want to
reveal?
see the cover, Daniel?
I would love to see the color. Oh, damn it.
The color? Yeah, it is very colorful.
color.
It's pretty.
I
So
can't say
pretty.
words, so that's fair. Please, Dina, can I see the cover?
Dun, 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 dun. Is it not
That
so
is
cool looking?
amazing. That's such a good cover.
It's so fun
perfect.
to work with, like in promotional materials, like all those vibrant colors. Oh,
So talk to me. How did this cover come about? Who designed this? I mean, this is amazing.
It's so good. I get a little bit emotional each time I see it, and that's never happened to me before. My very good friend and fellow indie author, Rue Sparks, did the whole thing. I've known them for years. They were one of the first people that I met on Twitter, on writing Twitter. And they've stuck with me through so much. And they were really closely involved in everything I did for Not Quite Out. When it came to releasing Marshmallows, I was trying to work out what route to go down. We were talking and they were like, I'll design a cover for you so you can sort of get a feel for it. And they went away and they did this. And I don't think I've recovered. Like, it's perfect. The colors are amazing. I would never have been able to come up with this myself. I just think it's brilliant.
Oh, and
100%.
I mean, even just the fonts and just the shading. I mean, listen, I'm a big dumb caveman, and I'm like, this is beautiful. Like, holy cow!
Rue is incredibly talented. They're a fantastic author. I adore their books, and their art just continually stuns me. They did an illustration, like a watercolor illustration of Dan and Will for me before the book even had a contract. And this is before they'd actually read it. But just from what we chatted about, they got their appearance and their attitude bang on. And it's amazing. Anything
gosh.
Rue does, I instantly love.
Shout out Rue
If you
Sparks.
send me their information, I will add it to the description of this video. So
Yeah.
yeah, they definitely need credit
Oh my
because they were
gosh.
gracious enough to let Lost Boys work with this art. And oh my God, it's so, I love this cover so much. And I'm a little bit jealous because I love the colors.
I don't think I'm ever going to get anything better than this. I
I
think
don't
I've
think you
peaked.
can.
This is the best it gets.
And they made it
I
I
don't-
love
super
my first
fun.
cover too, but
They made
this
it
is-
super
there's
fun
something
to
special.
like work with for merch and everything too, just because it was
Yeah.
such like creative coloring. Yeah. It's good.
Oh man. So again, guys, I can't wait. Pre-orders are available now. This book is coming out on November 17th, which is, you said it was also one of your characters' birthdays. Is that right?
Yeah, that was a coincidence.
Hey, listen. We're going to say this is hard fact professionalism from now on. All right.
I'm taking
it
full
was planned
credit
that way.
for planning.
It was planned that way.
Completely planned. Okay.
Absolutely.
We also have a bit. We also have a giveaway, Daniel.
What? Tell us about the giveaway, Dina.
So anybody that retweets this video with the quote retweets this video with the hashtag marshmallows on Twitter. Did I already say on Twitter? I think I already said on Twitter. Yeah, because I said retweet. How many more times can I say Twitter?
I think the assumption is Twitter if you're going to say quote tweet or retweet.
Yeah, okay. So, I said yeah, okay. All right. So quote tweet this video with the hashtag marshmallows for a chance to win a paperback and ebook copy of Marshmallows.
And man, I'm so excited for that. It's going to be amazing. I mean, but if you also want to take a picture of yourself with marshmallows and, maybe like a tub full of marshmallows, like whatever, like
don't
I support you.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't listen to me. But no, that's fine. But hey, don't worry. We have time to come up with more ridiculous giveaways because Lou, we're going to want you back on the show when the actual book's out in November. Like, have we scared you away? Are you ready for round 2?
You haven't scared me yet, so...
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Just do a lot of Jar Jar Binks research. That's all we'll ask in the meantime.
Don't do that.
It's not good.
Don't do that.
It's fine. It's fine. So again, guys, you can check out Marshmallows by Louise Willingham. It's going to be coming out November 17th. Pre-orders available now. And man, one of the GOAT covers. I can't wait for this. Lou, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for being so enthusiastic about this book.
I'm pumped up
an
about
easy
it.
thing to be enthusiastic about.
Especially when it's that pretty.
Right.
Yes. I am a sucker for pretty covers. Like, I know we're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but, I want to in yours. All right, guys. So, Lou, tell the folks where they can find you on social media.
I'm mostly on Twitter. It's at LW_rights. Also on Instagram with the same, but instead of an underscore, it's a dot because someone had already taken the underscore.
How dare they?
Links are in the description.
And Dina, where can the folks find you and all the Lost Boys press stuff they could possibly want?
You can find Lost Boys at lostboyspress.shop for all of our books and merch that you could possibly want. And then you can find me on Twitter at DinosaurusD. That's D like D's nose.
And you can find me on Twitter at DanQWritesThing. That's DanQWritesThing singular. Unless you don't believe the letter Q should exist in the alphabet anymore, then at that point it's Dan.
It's Dan U.
Yeah, Dan U.
It's dank.
And producer Sean, where can the folks find you, buddy?
You can find me on Twitter at ShaceHoldu or at DMIW Podcast.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, we'll see you guys all next time. Can't wait for you to check out this book.